Assalamu alayk ya Aba Abdullah al-Hussein alayhi salam. When we go to the day of Ashura, just we heard about what calamities took place and what tragedies, events took place on the day of the Ashura. But we see that Imam Hussein alayhi salam, he was the infallible Imam. He did something, he said something which was full of wise, and the voice of Imam Hussein alayhi salam, this message kept the voice of Imam Hussein alayhi salam alive for the future. On the day of the Ashura, Imam Hussein alayhi salam, according to the general records regarding to the martyrs of the Imam Hussein alayhi salam, which it is said it was 72 martyrs, companions to the Imam Hussein alayhi salam. We see that when Imam was saying bye to his companions, when his companions were leaving Imam Hussein alayhi salam and coming to him and saying bye to Imam Hussein alayhi salam, Imam Hussein alayhi salam was reciting one verse. But not only when Imam was saying bye to him, reciting this verse, but also when Imam was approaching to their corpse, when Imam was approaching to their last minute of their life on the earth, Imam was reciting one verse. This verse is very important. Imam was reciting the verse, وَمِنْهُمْ مَنْ قَضَى نَحْبَهُ وَمِنْهُمْ مَنْ يَنْتَظِرُ. Look, on the day of Ashura, you see they are suffering from thirsty. They are suffering from the enemy. The situation is very tough, but it is infallible Imam. What he is going to do would be kept for the future. Even after thousands of years, many scholars will discuss about that. That's why Imam Hussein alayhi salam is very wise to do what is being kept for the future. He is very wise to say something which would be kept for the future. That's why we see that on the day of Ashura, Imam Hussein alayhi salam is reciting twice the verse, وَمِنْهُمْ مَنْ غَضَى نَحْبَهُ وَمِنْهُمْ مَنْ يَنْتَظِرُ. And he is reciting this verse to each of his companions. What is the meaning of this verse? Which Imam on the day of Ashura, he is remembering it, he is repeating it. This verse, it says that some of the believers, this is the destiny of the believers, this is the fate of the mu'mineen, whether they would be beheaded and martyred on the way of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, on the path of the Allah the Almighty subhanahu wa ta'ala, or وَمِنْهُمْ مَنْ يَنْتَظِرُ, or some of them they would be awaited, they would become in the future. Inshallah, in next session I will discuss that, how the event of Ashura is connected to the event of the Dhuhur. We see that on the day of Ashura, while being suffered from that calamities and the pressure of the enemies, we see that Imam Hussein alayhi salam is talking about the future, about Imam al-Mahdi alayhi salam, because Imam believes that the Karbala is the beginning point of the event of the Dhuhur. So if you want to understand the Dhuhur, you have to study the Karbala. If you study the Karbala, if you find your point, whether you are in which side, you will find your point, your place, your position on the day of the Dhuhur as well. So if we want to know that whether we are a good waiter or not, if we want to know that we are a real muntazir or not, we have to study the Karbala. If we study Karbala, we will know that in which side of river of the Furat we are, whether we are in the side of the Yazidi troops or with the under the tent of the Imam Hussein alayhi salam. Stay with us. In the next episode I will discuss more about the relationship between the Dhuhur and the Ashura of Imam Hussein alayhi salam. أعظم الله أجورنا وأجوركم بمصاب الحسين عليه السلام.